Visit ccgcastle.com and get 5% discount on your purchase with TCG Center 5 code. Check video description or visit CCG Castle for more. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and click notification bell so you don't miss any future videos. Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to Pokemon TCG Center. Another video, and in today's video I'm gonna show you the deck list that I used in my Christmas tournament that we played today. Achieved 3 victories, actually played 7 games, lost only 1 in a mirror match, but overall I had 3 victories at the end because we played best of 3, just to be clear. Some of the video footage will be also uploaded to my YouTube channel, so you can also watch those live battles as well. So I played BLACEPHALON GX and NAGANADEL. Pretty much the deck list that won one of the bigger regionals, if I'm not wrong. Actually, I don't remember where I stole this deck list, but I made few tweaks. I added 2 energy switches. I also threw in a NAGANADEL GX with that Beast Raid and Stinger GX. The fact that I like about Beast Raid attack is the fact that you can just with 1 energy card and let's say 3 Ultra Beasts in play and maybe Beast Ring 1-hit knock on Possible GX. Unfortunately, I didn't play against Possible GX, but overall I played round 1 was versus Umbreon and Weavile, round 2 was versus Aurora. It was a very tough matchup, but at the end I managed to win because I had more luck than my opponent, obviously. And game number 3, same thing, you know, the player who started first managed to win. I started round 1 first, my opponent started round 2 first, so he won. In the round 3 I started first, but I couldn't get knockout turn 2, which was a very big problem, and he missed that Beast Ring attachment in the late game, and after that he didn't have energy to attack, and there was a GG for him. So yeah, this is the deck list. As you can see, 4 copies of Poipoles, also with the Spit Poison one, you know, just in case in some situations you might better want to go with a poison. I don't know why, but I prefer much more this one instead of the one that you can simply look at the bottom price cards. I mean, when you play something and when you build something and when you test something, you should exactly know which cards are actually in a price card. So you just don't need to worry too much about taking a look at your price cards. You just need to go a few times through your deck and that's it. 3 NAGANADELs with the charging up, and as I mentioned, 1 NAGANADEL GX with the Beast Raid. In addition to that, single Tapu Lele for, you know, supporter search if it's necessary. 1 copy of Mach and Ditto. If you don't want to play Mach, you can simply play Ditto into NAGANADEL. And 4 copies of BLACEPHALON GX. So that's the Pokemon lineup. So the only thing that I noticed that's sometimes scary about this deck is the fact that if you discard one of your NAGANADELs, or if one of your NAGANADELs get knocked out, sometimes you might not be in a good position, because especially if you can't set 2 of them and if you miss those Beast Rings, because you're not going to have enough energy acceleration. So I find maybe 1 Rescue Stretcher to be useful just for the future tech, in my opinion. And also maybe I'm just going to remove Ditto and Mach from play as well. I just need to think more about that if I'm going to play this deck in the future, obviously. Then I played 4 copies of Beast Ring. For the setup, 4 copies of Ultra Ball and 4 copies of Mystery Treasure. Very nice way to get those Psychic and, you know, BLACEPHALON Pokemons in play, as well as to discard some of the energy cards in your disco pile, so you can use Charge Up for the setup. Also 2 Ultra Spaces. The fact that I like about Ultra Space is just the case that you can also search your NAGANADEL and the Poipole as well as the BLACEPHALON. 1 copy of Heat Factory, when you can simply, you know, discard energy from your hand and fire energy and draw 3 cards. Very, very nice card and good tech for this deck. As you can see from draw supporters, playing 9 of them, so 4 Cynthias, 2 Lilies, which are good for the turn 1 setup in some situations. 1 Sightseers and 2 Sophocles. Then which card I forget to mention. Yeah, obviously 3 copies of Guzma and 2 energy switches. I really love those energy switch combos. It helped me a lot to tank in the active position with BLACEPHALON and just move those energies from bench at NAGANADEL to them. And 16 energies, 15 fire, and 1 beast energy. And that's it. That is the deck list that I used in today's tournament. So you can also hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if you already didn't before I go to the deck test as well in the video game, so you can also see it in the action here as well. So see you in the game. Alright, so let's see if I can... Oh, actually he surprised me. My opponent decided to let me go first. Okay, that's very interesting. I have strong opening hand. There is Ultra Ball, Mystery Treasure, and Cynthia as well. Ooh, alright, so why not to go with Ultra Ball? Just trying to set up 2 Poipoles in play and not gonna... Actually, I'm gonna go with Energy Attachment. I'm not gonna try to risk missing Energy Attachment turn 1. I know it's a bit difficult to miss Energy Attachment when you have like 16 energies in your deck, but it's still possible, you know, and you don't want to miss Energy Attachment. And, well, I just got 4 energies and at least Sophocles, so I can drop them out in my discard pile. So getting something like Heat Factory wouldn't be that bad. I'm still not sure versus... okay, so yeah, I'm also gonna be confused here as well with that Psy Beam. So this is really difficult for me right now because I need to flip heads in order to attack my opponent. So right now that Guzma would be much better. Alright, Ultra Space is a top deck, which is a good top deck. Maybe I just rushed too early with that NAGANADEL catch. But right now it's just too late. Let's see what we can get with the Sophocles. Oh, Guzma, nice. But I already played my supporter card, so that only means one thing. I'm not gonna be able to attach energy onto my BLACEPHALON and play Guzma in order to use Clear Burst GX. Right now I'm gonna just try to use Burst GX, and I managed to flip heads on the coin flip. And Ultra Ball to be discarded. Alright, at least I'm 5 price card to go. Crushing Hammer, Tails. Double Chorus Energy. So he basically decided to switch and take the knockout versus my NAGANADEL with a Psychic. That was a very nice and clever play in my opinion. Really it was. But I have a lot of good resources in order to respawn my opponent with the knockout back. So first I'm gonna grab myself NAGANADEL into my hand. Second thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna play my Sightseer for Muck and let it be Guzma. Actually no. Let it be NAGANADEL and Muck. And Guzma as well. Okay, and Guzma as well. Oh, you kidding me? Alright, never mind. Misclicked, you know. So that actually happened. But it's not a big deal anyways. Just gonna go with that Mystery Treasure. And gonna grab myself another Poipole for next turn. Mind Blow, so I need to throw 4 energies. And I'm hitting for 200, so that's enough for the knockout. No, taking 2 price cards because I'm playing 2 energy switches. I feel comfortable just going on with my BLACEPHALON and taking the knockout. Also, good thing about BLACEPHALON in this case is that I also have B-string available to use. So, worst possible scenario, I can always use my B-string to get some energy acceleration play. More than that, how many energies I have? 3 in my discard pile, 5 in the loss zone, 4 in the loss zone, so 7 in total, meaning that I still have 8 fire in 1. And 1. Okay, I'm just gonna throw that Tapu right now in my discard pile. I want to keep my B string, so I have as best possible outcome with my B string. So I'm gonna play Cynthia. I need energy switch, energy attachment. I managed to get both of them. So charge up. And another charge up. And the question still remains, is it worth to throw 2 energies into discard pile? In this scenario, I think it's not. So I rather just burn him and confuse, you know, because theoretically, again, with 1 copy of Beast Energy, I might be able to swing, you know, for like, oh, he don't even have Espeon. Yeah, that's pretty bad. But he have Crushing Hammer, and again, he flip tails on the coin flip. Alright, so Nazball for nothing. And it's my turn. Alright, so I'm gonna charge up. Then I will try to do something like this. Since I have 3 price cards, I can swing for like 160. Why not? I mean, I could just take the nugget against one of those Eevees, but again, this Tapu Lele is very limited with HP. Again, there's a Taden Liza, so my opponent can at least try to retreat. He can even swing me with the energy drive as well. Alright, that's a nice thing. So Lily for 3. Do we have some resources there? Pretty much no. And I'm just gonna use Turning Point once again. Taking double nugget against Tapu Lele, and that's pretty much it. You know, with 3 B strings in my hand and with Heat Factory, with the energy switch and so many good resources, I just don't see how my opponent can basically survive this game, even if he can get that Espeon in play, which he don't have, because probably both of them, 2 Espeons probably are in the price cards, so... Oh, he have Umbreon? Okay, so still he can maybe... Nope, he can't do nothing. He can do nothing, and again, I can simply retreat. Attach energy from my hand and use my Mind Blow for 4 energies and for the knockout against his Umbreon. And that's the GG. Alright, so look at my opening hand. What a mess. Well, at least there's a Sophocles, so I can try to get some cards with it. Hopefully I can maybe even get myself a Ultra Space Stadium in play, maybe some Ultra Ball and Mystery Treasures. The biggest problem for me is that Ditto in the active spot, you know. So how in the world I'm gonna be in a position to retreat this Ditto and use that very important price card at the turn one? It's just not gonna happen. It will be impossible, but it's not a big deal, you know. Sometimes you don't want to use, you know, BLACEPHALON GX attack. Sometimes you might be in a position to use your NAGANADEL GX attack, for example. So there's a lot of different possibilities and outcomes. Some sort of spread deck with those Latias in play. Okay, and so far 2 of them. Giratina is a very powerful card with that Disruption Door, you know, but the problem is that when you want to use Shadow Impact, you're just forced to put 4 damage counters on one of your Pokemon in play, which might be a very bad thing. This is also a very bad thing, that Judge. It actually hurt, but at least I managed to top deck clearly, so I can go for 6. At the end, it turned out to be a good Judge. More than that, Ultra Ball for 1. For 1 Blacephalon, and from now on I'm just gonna try to risk. As well with that energy switch. Okay. I'm even thinking about maybe using my Mach, so I can put him on the Ditto. Okay, that's a very painful play right there. I didn't expect to see Crushing Hammer. Maybe I was just too fast with that energy switch play. Yeah, I was definitely too fast with that energy switch play. Alright, right now it's just too late, you know. Right now it's just too late. I shouldn't do that. I knew I shouldn't do that. I don't know why in the world I just decided to go with that play. But never mind. There's a Nazball for another Oranguru, and I'm curious to see how my opponent will play this deck without Melamars. It's just not gonna be possible for him. 3 Orangurus in play. Okay, and there's a spell tag as well, and then he can start to retreat, play Oranguru if he wants, start to spread some damage, maybe even knock me out with the double Course Energy. So for me the best thing in this case is just to put that Giratina once again in play. And I really want to stop my opponent from being able to use his abilities. There we go. So 1'st GX. I simply need to get maybe energy if it's possible. Nope. Ooh, NAGANADEL discarded. Very expensive price card, I should say. But still, it's not that bad. There's another Guzma play, and he decided to target my Mach. So I'm gonna take 6 damage counters on Mach and probably 3 on my NAGANADEL. I wouldn't be even surprised to see some damage counters on my Blacephalon. So breakthrough. 60-30. Alright. Energy is a top deck, so that's a very nice top deck. And again, I'm not gonna attach energy card. That's simply because I'm probably next turn looking forward to knock my opponent Latias with my NAGANADEL, but still I'm highly doubt about that decision. I'm not sure if that will be a smart enough, because I'm not sure if he play any copy of his double course energy cards, because if he do, he can easily get one. And then this is just not going to be good in my opinion. So I think it's probably going to be maybe better to strike with my BLACEPHALON. But after that I can then activate my B string. That also makes sense. So let's go with the charge up. Then with the Mystery Treasure. And the card I'm gonna get is gonna be Tapu Lele for Lily. The reason why I'm taking Lily is just because I have B string available, so in case of the knockout I can activate it. There's also energy attachment and one turning point. Okay, so I hit for 160, I took 4 damage counters, probably on my NAGANADEL. Maybe he decided to... Actually, with the double course energy, he didn't need to do that. He could just go with, you know, 1 breakthrough and put maybe 4 damage counters on my BLACEPHALON. But he decided just to do it on this way. And I'm just curious to see if there's gonna be a double course. Yeah, there is a double course energy. So that spell tag was just, you know, misplay from my opponent. He can place... you can put 4 damage counters on your opponent's Pokemon in any way you like. So he can put 1 damage on Tapu Lele, 2 on BLACEPHALON, 1 on NAGANADEL. It doesn't matter too much, you know. He could just spread them all around the board, you know. There's another Rescue Stretcher. And the good thing is that I have my Sophocles as well available. But he decided to play Let Loose. Oh, nice. There's an Ultra Space. So finally something useful. Ultra Space, energy attachment to my BLACEPHALON on the bench. Cynthia, in hope to get some of these B string cards. You know, very important right now for me to get those B strings in play. And there's a breakthrough, so probably 30 on BLACEPHALON. I'm still it's impressed to see how well he is still doing, you know. I still need to take like 4 prize cards. It's not an easy job. But definitely this might be a turning point, this B string, because right now I can just discard 2 instead of 3 energies. So this might be a big case, especially if I can hit one of my B strings as well. I couldn't get a single B string. Still I can Mind Blow. And I know that he played Enhanced Hammer as well as the Crushing Hammer, so he can easily knock my Beast energy out. So what I'm gonna need here, I'm gonna need a single copy of BLACEPHALON GX, and then with BLACEPHALON GX I can strike for 100 and something. Unfortunately not enough for the knockout versus Giratina because it's not weak on the Psychic Pokemons. Alright, 2 energies on Giratina and another Giratina. I need to find a way somehow to target that Giratina on the bench. And I'm just wondering if it's possible somehow to do that. That scenario is very important right now, so I can have NAGANADEL, I have 3 prize cards actually, so yeah, if I play my Sightseer, then I need those B strings anyways, and I have like 1 energy switch, so Sightseer and 2 B strings. Well, that's perfect. Energy attachment, B string. I only have 2 energies remaining. Yet another B string. For BLACEPHALON on the bench. Definitely. And all I really need is just one mind blow for like, you know, 80. So 2 more price to go in order to win this game, and there's a NAGANADEL GX as well. Alright, so that Giratina can knock my BLACEPHALON out right now, and then next turn I can respond knocking my opponent Giratina with my BLACEPHALON GX as well. And there's a Tate and Liza. So that should be it, I think. Probably Crushing Hammer, unfortunately Tails, which will help me a lot. I can only assume that my opponent don't have probably enough cards maybe to build properly deck, or maybe he have, but he just decided to go with this type of combo deck, you know, where he can simply spread some damage with the Latias and use spell tags as advantage, and basically Giratinas for Distortion Door. Probably that's the deck idea. But after I accomplished knockout against Giratina this turn, I simply don't see how he can basically come back after that. I'm even thinking, is it really necessary to put another BLACEPHALON on the bench? Well, why not to go with him? Mind blow, so 50, 100, 150. Okay, so all 4 damage counters on my BLACEPHALON. I'm down to 1 prize card. And that's pretty much it. There's the Ultra Ball. I have Guzma in the worst possible scenario if he hits me with some sort of the Guzma type play. The reason why this deck is so broken is also the fact that Turning Point and charging up NAGANADEL has only 1 retreat cost, you know. That's one of the reasons as well. This deck also has a lot of different ways to attack. Okay, so he also plays counter energy as well, so that's how you can Shadow Impact easily with your Giratina. Alright, so Cynthia discarded, but 3 Orangros, I don't know, seems to be just too much in my opinion. You should rather play like 3 Marshadows instead. But he did a good job, you know. He actually did a pretty good job here with this deck, taking 4 of 6 prize cards in total. And that's the GG. I didn't have enough time to click on well played, but yeah. Anyways guys, thank you for watching, thanks for your time. Make sure to hit the thumbs up and sub to the channel for more videos. Let me know in the comments below, did you enjoy watching this video? Thanks for watching as usual, we'll see you next time. So yeah, have a nice day and goodbye.